There was a developer over at the Coalition that had brought out a on their website. They were kind of showing off like the work that they were doing on the new Gears of War. And there was a couple of things that were really interesting about what this individual had posted on his website. One of them being that in Gears of War E-Day, there is going to be destructible cover.
Ooh.
With the idea, potentially, we don't know, looking into it, could that mean destructible environments?
That'd be cool.
Which would be interesting. Now, obviously, it's not going to be anything like Battlefield.
No.
But
No.
you throw a grenade at some cover, okay,
It's
now
gone.
you're gone, right?
Yeah.
Now the cover's gone. Now what do you do? Like shooting at certain destructible objects, right?
Yeah.
Like whether it's cover, whatever, interactable objects. Like in Gears of War 3, you could grab a table and then like lift it over you while you like as cover, right? And I thought that that was really some interesting concepts. And so it sounds like they're bringing that back here with Gears of War, but in a whole new way, because Gears of War E-Day is being built from the ground up in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
And so destructible cover would be, I believe, absolutely awesome. It could create some really fun elements to the gameplay. What do you think?
Well, it depends on how heavily focused it is.
Yeah.
Because when you say destructible cover, okay, that makes sense. Like not all cover is invulnerable like most games, well, at least most old games. So you throw a grenade at it, it breaks, it destroys. But you got to think of also like what else can be destroyed? The floor, the buildings around you. Like what is going to be breakable is the question. For like example, in Battlefield, what I usually do if I need like cover, I'll blow a hole into the ground and bam, now I have a deep cover that can't be really shot in unless you're from above.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like the question is like, what's going to be breakable?
Yeah, I agree. The only reason we will get Gear 6 is if Kate Diaz turns into a baddie with Mira forcing Kate into tough decisions, ending up turning into a villain. Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, like the way I look at it is after Gears of War E-Day,
What's next?
What's next? That's the future of Gears is what's interesting to me, because it's like you can't go from Gears of War E-Day to Gears 6. It doesn't make sense. So they got to do like Gears of War 2 Reloaded, Gears of War 3 Reloaded, and then because if you're introducing it to PlayStation, a lot of PlayStation users have never played those original Gears of War titles. So like, bro, how are you going to go from a prequel to Gears of War 1 to Gears 6? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So you would almost have to do remasters of those other, couple of titles. And then I don't know, what was canon? Did JD die? Did Dell die? It's just, there's too many question marks.
The thing is with E-Day especially, with E-Day, not E-Day, Reloaded, is that since it's Gears 1, you don't have to make Gears 2 remake or Gears 3 remake. You could still play Gears 2 and 3 on Game Pass. So if you really wanted to, you can go play those games. But it makes sense in order to, just like revive the series a little bit to have Gears 1 first.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
also
I agree.
it also could leave the option if they wanted to, they could, but they don't have to.
But with Gears 2 and 3, they're going to want to release those on PlayStation as well.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? That's the only thing, is PlayStation is the wild card.
If they wanted
to, 100%.
It all depends on what the community wants.
Yeah.
If PlayStation players want to explore the Gears franchise, they can. But until then, they can play Gears 1 and Gears Reloaded if they really wanted to.
Yeah. Jeannie Love says, I commented on the video. I said I'd like to see the E-holes destroy buildings. And that's an interesting point.
Yeah.
Now, you really couldn't do it with multiplayer, more than likely, unless you're doing PvPvE, which it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But maybe you do that like where the emergence holes pop up during like as they're popping up during horde mode,
Yeah.
or you know what I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the campaign and stuff. Then it's like brings down buildings and whatever. I think that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
In E-Day, we need bloody, gritty, gore, dark atmosphere, texture in the world with great detail, deep conversations between Marcus and Dom.
That's
Beast
an
or
option.
Overrun, bro. Beast mode was sick,
Yeah.
dude. I loved Beast mode.
I'm looking at Zerda Father's comment right now, and yeah, that would be a good idea to release on PlayStation. To release a Gears collection where it's all 3 games on PlayStation.
Yeah. 100%.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think now that you have Gears of War Reloaded, you already have Gears 1. So
Yeah.
now you just got to do Gears 2 and 3. You can forget about Judgment,
Yeah.
pretend like that never even happened.
Nah, it's like
And then, skip to, I mean, don't need to worry about really Ultimate Edition.
No.
I mean, Gears of War 4, Gears 5. And at that point, by the time we get to that point, Gears of War 4 and Gears 5, you could probably, I mean, shit, dude. We saw The Last of Us Part 2 got a remaster. So you could probably do a remaster Gears of War 4 and 5 by that time we get there.
I know a lot of people were mad about that remaster.
Oh, dude, bro. It was the most unnecessary cash grab I think I've ever seen in my life. And I love The Last of Us.
I love those games.
I mean, bro, The Last of
they're
Us is
so
incredible.
fucking pretty. I love them.
And they're unnerving too.
Oh yeah,
They can be very unnerving.
they're very, especially with the second game. Like you feel like a horrible person in the second game.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
feel like such a bad person.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure, dude.
You can start a petition for Beast 2.0.
Dude, it's true though. We need Beast. I don't care. And maybe it's going to come back with E-Day. That would be so awesome. I think Beast mode was like just a slept on feature in
What
Gears
was
of War
it?
3.
I never heard of this. What is
So
this?
Beast mode is the flip of Horde mode where you play as the Locust and you're going after the
Oh.
humans. It was such a cool mode, dude. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Yeah.
The whole Hive Busters and the whatever, that they came out with in Gears 5. It's like, bro, bring back Beast mode. I think they absolutely need to do that. But I would say, yeah, Beast mode, Overrun, those would be really cool. What else? Yeah, I mean, I agree with the rest of it though, where it's like it's got to be, dark, gritty story, horror elements.
Definitely.
Obviously movement's going to be really important. I would say hopefully they come up with some really good maps for the multiplayer. Hopefully they don't like rinse and repeat a lot of like old school maps that we had in the older games. I mean, it'd be cool to see those, but like what it looked like before, like Gears of War 1, Gears of War 2 or whatever. I love Escalation. Escalation's been one of my favorite game modes in like from Gears of War 4 and Gears 5. I love Execution as well. I would love to see I guess what I'm getting at is I would love to see some new game modes also integrated into Gears of War E-Day.
It wouldn't hurt.
Oh, bro, did they bring by the way, Escalation in Battlefield?
It's not in the beta.
It's not in the beta?
No, it's not.
I'm excited about Escalation because I've been I believe it sounds very similar to Gears of War's Escalation. But just Battlefield in first person. Yeah, that's gonna be. Oh, bro, that'd be
There is
sick.
a game mode. I don't know what it's called in Battlefront that I would love to see in Battlefield, where it's like Domination, where you control like each maps of the sector and like each like point A, point C, all that type of stuff. But if you capture all the points, you get a chance to raid the base in Battlefront, where you basically just go onto the enemy ship and then blow it up. I would love for there to be a game mode like that. I just think that was such a fun game mode. Problem is with that game mode, theoretically, the matches could go on forever.
Yeah.
Because if you fail to blow up the ship, you go back down on the ground to go recapture the points. So eventually, I don't know if there was a timer. I never saw one. The longest one I was in was like an hour and a half. Just an hour and a half of straight Battlefront. I was like, is this match gonna end soon?
Yeah.
It'd be a cool game mode. I just wish they put a timer on it, like a 45-minute timer.
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
Yeah. I I don't know. I mean, there's so many different modes that would be like I could see them integrating into Gears of War that I think could definitely be interesting. I mean, I guess like the bottom line for me, dude, is I want to see Gears esports like come back. Like I would
Yeah, that'd
love
be
to
cool.
see. The Gears esports scene was unlike anything. It was like the WWE of esports. Like it was just, the trash talk, all of those things, the narratives. It was so cool, dude. And with Halo, I don't know if you heard about HCS. Halo's championship series is closing after the Halo Worlds.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. So I'm wondering if that leads an opportunity for Gears esports, where a lot of the Halo pros, a lot of them are probably going to go to COD.
Yeah,
But
unfortunately.
I think that if Gears of War Reloaded introduces a scene for like to come back for esports, I think there will be some people that come in, especially if there's teams that back it and the coalition opens it up, and then with E-Day it could be fully back. So we'll have to wait and see on that.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
The last part of this, Jeff, is that there are going to be branching pathways once again within Gears.
Ooh.
So basically, I mean, if you go back to like Gears of War 1, we had like, which path do you want to go, left or right? You just make very, very simple,
Very small decisions.
small decisions that you can go back and it's replayable, right?
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, I want to see what happens if you go to the right pathway or whatever.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so what it sounds like is we have a very linear story that's coming, linear experience that has branching pathways in certain elements, which I think is going to be. It just sounds to me like E-Day is going to be a true return to form for Gears, which I think is what they need.
I think that's what it very much needs. And with Reloaded coming, it's a nice spark that's going to invite a lot of old Gears players to play Reloaded. And then when E-Day comes out, you're going to get a lot more new people, but you're also going to get a lot of the old people to come in.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Esports will come back for E-Day. I really believe E-Day is going to be the biggest Gears game we've ever seen. I think
I think
it will be the biggest Gears game of all time. It's not. I don't even think it's going to be close, because if it comes out, first off, on PlayStation, it's going to be going to that audience is going to be huge.
Yeah.
And then if it goes to the Switch 2,
No.
oh, bro. If it goes to Switch 2, all the old heads that used to play Gears years upon years ago, back in 06, who have kids now, who have families,
it's true.
and then they have this, they might have the Switch 2, and it's like, yo, dude, I'm gonna get back into Gears because it's now on the Switch 2. I mean, I can just imagine all of the boomers kidding on Gears, bro. Gears of War E-Day, it is going to be huge. And here's the thing, bro. If they knock it out of the park,
What's next for Gears then? At that point?
holy shit. I'm telling you, dude.
Maybe we will get Dave Bautista's Marcus.
The question is for all of you guys,
Or
though,
better yet, get The Rock.
The Rock or Vin Diesel.
I wouldn't mind seeing Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, yeah, he could definitely play one of the characters. There's no doubt. But
Well,
the
he's
question,
short. But the problem is Vin Diesel's short.
yeah. The question is for all of you guys, though. What do you guys think about the developer at the Coalition talking about destructible cover, branching pathways, PS5 port, Switch 2 port? What do you guys think about all these things? Is Gears of War E-Day going to be the biggest Gears of all time? Drop down to the comment section down below and let us know your thoughts.